chairman of the Senior Advisory Board at the Senior Center at Bishop Park. On behalf of the board and all the patrons of the Senior Center, I'd like to thank y'all for your support of the Senior Center. And so thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I saw a couple more.
I'm Martha Cox, and this is my sister Charlotte Daniels. Her name was incorrectly put in the minutes from last month's meeting. We have property at 501 Northeast 3rd in Bryant. And we're here again to request that the City Council reject the proposed ordinance regarding the banning of burning yard waste on property of less than 2 acres. This ordinance favors large landowners, those who can afford to pay to have a lawn service come in, and those who have even recently moved into Bryant. It does penalize and cause a physical and financial hardship on property owners who own small lots, those who are elderly, and those who cannot physically stoop and bend to scoop leaves into a paper bag, and those who cannot afford to buy those paper bags because you would have to have so many of them if you have very many leaves. In just driving down the streets in Bryant, there are many yards right now that are full of leaves, and if the residents are not allowed to rake and burn them, they cannot afford to buy the bags, and they're physically unable to bend and stoop and put them in those bags, what are people supposed to do with those leaves? There are restrictions in place now due to prior ordinances that limit when yard waste can be burned, both as to the time of day and to the time of year, how large the pile can be, where the burning can be done, so that property owners are left with a very narrow time frame that they can actually get into their yard and burn leaves or other yard waste. And that time frame is even further narrowed when you consider it's in the winter time or early spring when there's a lot of rain. So weather conditions and the homeowner's opportunity to get out into the yard and work is even narrows it down even more. And this yard waste, I mean, it's not like it's burning 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, creating smoke. It's a very limited time that this even takes place. Burning leaves and other yard waste is a natural and inexpensive way to dispose of it, and a right that property owners in Bryant have long enjoyed. In my opinion, smoke from the burning leaves is not nearly as offensive or unhealthy as the constant exhaust from diesel vehicles such as dump trucks and garbage trucks that go up and down Reynolds Road non-stop. Or even the smell that comes from the Pine Bluff paper mills that we get in here. And as far as smoke, you have people that have fireplaces and these burning pits that aren't allowed. They give off smoke. And so why would burning a small pile of leaves create any more smoke? And it only tells you, common sense only tells you that you can't burn all these, ban all of these vehicles or equipment. That just couldn't be done.
Yes, ma'am.
But this proposed ordinance would ban the burning of leaves, and it would cause financial and physical hardship on long-time Bryant property owners. And for that reason, we request that the council reject this ordinance, or in the alternative, withdraw it from consideration at this time, so that maybe a compromise could be worked out that would be acceptable to more of the residents of Bryant.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, council.
Well, that was succinctly put. I don't know that I can add much to that, but my name is Steve Lawson, I live at 2701 Stivers Boulevard. I've been a resident here in Bryant for about 35 years. Love this little community. And like Ms. Cox, I too have been taking care of my own yard waste all the time I've been there. It's part of the great part about living here in the United States is the freedoms that we enjoy, and being able to take care of your own property in the manner that you really enjoy doing it is one of those benefits that I see. And I second Ms. Cox about withdrawing this. It does put undue limitations on the people that are not newcomers. You know, I realize that smoke is, some people find it offensive, but as she said, it's not a constant. Some people have talked about it being a health hazard, but honestly, it's organic material. It's not like you're burning tires or things of this nature. It's over pretty quick, and it's something that we enjoy. It's as people who live here and have lived here for a long time. It's you know, people talk about, and I've heard it brought mention that our children have to have a hard time breathing this. Oh my goodness! Again, it's not a constant. If it's hailing outside, if people let the kids play outside and in, no, they'll bring them in until it's over with. So let's just use some common sense and let freedom reign again. Let's that the needs of the few do not outweigh the needs of the many. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, Debbie Broadway, 201 Southeast Second. Well, I'm glad that I had a very fabulous precursor to what my main comment was going to be, because I'd like to be the third voice to urge a no vote on my agenda, which was item number 6, I think, and to vote no tonight. One of the reasons that we selected the home that we live in is because we have 13 hardwoods on our property, and we're very proud of those trees. And they do drop acorns and leaves and all of those kinds of things. And I somewhat, kind of looking back on everything, I was like, I kind of felt like everybody was picking on me because I did have trees. And some of these new neighborhoods don't have any at all, and I appreciate that. But I'd like some more study and research to be done on this, because I think that owning 2 acres is just too much to allow for open burning of items that we can't get picked up by the leaf sucker uppers, which I've been urging since I've been in Bryant to get all that stuff moved over. The other thing I'd like to mention is I left some of these with the council members. This, we've got a not-for-profit group of CASA of Saline County has joined with Candles and Cream, whom you heard and met tonight, on November 22nd, an all-day event for a partnership of buying things on your shop Saturday. Well, this is going to be shop the Friday before Black Friday and shop local, and a portion of all proceeds will benefit CASA of Saline County, which is the court-appointed special advocates that sees kids all throughout the county. So I'd invite you all to come, and I've got flyers, and you get a free chapstick if you bring it. And, sir?
What are the hours?
The hours will be 9:30 to 7. And Gina's Catering, if I haven't mentioned that, will be bringing snacks. So, happy Thanksgiving. Y'all keep up the good work, and please vote no tonight.
Thank you.
Hello, council. My name is Peter Cunningham. I'm a resident at 14 Pine Chapel Drive in the Tanglewood neighborhood over here. Moved back to Central Arkansas after being raised here. Moved away in 1998 and moved back in 2010. Waiting the opportunity to live in one of 2 neighborhoods, one of which I'm in now. Almost an acre of land, just like the Broadways. However, we have in that neighborhood almost 30 trees on our yard. And that's the reason we moved there, is the historical nature of the property. My grandfather lived in the same neighborhood that I'm aware of. There's at least 5 other people in that neighborhood that live in the neighborhood because their parents live in the neighborhood. And so I'm also a student pastor here at First Southern Baptist Church. Talked with Mr. Higginbotham at email and a couple different times on phone conversations about the possibility of other ways that this could be resolved through different community programs, student ministries, the Mayor's Youth Advocacy Program. And all of those are possible, however, it becomes a huge burden on the senior adults. My parents are becoming senior adults. Well, they've been senior adults for quite a while. They're becoming less and less able to do what they used to do. And so living here, it's a blessing on my family's part to be able to help them. Just seeing the financial burden on them, and then neighbor of Mr. Rodell, Miss Carol Fowdy, just has a strong concern in Richardson Place, some of the same neighborhoods as we as a student this year have went, and we go and help houses when we can. However, there's just too great of a need to depend on student ministries, on church groups. Although they would help, I believe that I agree with the plea to ask to say vote no, or at least delay this vote, just as an opportunity for community to keep being the community they have been. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Jim Workman, 2418 Rain Tree Drive. Been a resident here for over 20 years. I support the burn ban due to the burn ordinance, due to the fact that we have been working on trying to control the burning because we've had so many people complain. And it says here, burning yard waste releases a number of harmful substances that affect human health, including carbon monoxide, dioxin, ozone-forming chemicals, nitrogen oxide, and particular matter. So when somebody says it's not physical, our philosophy is, if it's a pretty day and bright, somebody's burning. Correct?
Seems
Yes,
like
I
this
understand.
is-
I have 0.88 acres. I've got 15 trees. I have never burned a limb, a brush, or a leaf in my yard, because I want to be consideration of my neighbors. It gets so bad that in Rain Tree Acres, people burn in ditches, which clog the ditches up. When it rains, it floods. They put it on top of water meter, it melts them. They put it in a culvert, it melts it. The city has worked hard. Public Works, JP, has done a tremendous job. We have solved the problem on commercial development of burning the wood to get no smoke. The city, at their cost, which is probably $150,000, to put in a trash pickup or yard waste pickup. And I understand when people are concerned, that's the way it's been. There's people in here, if it was such not a concern, why are people complaining about burning? Yes, I understand. This ain't Mayberry anymore. You can't burn in Little Rock. Talked to a lady the other day in Benton, she said, I wish we had a burn. It's getting out of hand. Even though JP will tell you that he's had to fight fires from people who started to burn yard waste, and it burned a building that in their property. So I support the burn ordinance. People say, we won't make changes here and there. Hey, if you make changes, make changes. I'm not gonna give up until we get a burn ordinance in here, because I like living here, and I think the chamber could support us in the fact people want no burn, they want their trash picked up, they want the recycling, and the city's trying to absorb that. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comments? Seeing nobody getting up, I'm assuming there's not.